Good evening, everyone. It's Doug here, Racer14. So we've got a new channel name, obviously. You have tuned in lately. It is round 2 of Porsche Cup. Race 3, but it's actually round 2 of the series. So we are at Hungaroring tonight. It's the same format as it was last time, 60 minutes. Pro and AM classes out on the track at the same time. We are just finishing up the 30-minute practice session. We put a few laps in. Got a good feel for the car right now. Hey, Mikey. And it is, let me qualifying a little bit after, well, we gotta wait 5 minutes for qualifying, so, yeah, send the requisite links to everyone. I think that's it. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Just going through some things, doing some tangs. That's it. All right. So now we're back. Hey, Mikey. So yep, this is the ARL Sunday Porsche Cup, and as you saw, guys start filing in their laps. So we need to be in the mid 49s probably to get a chance at pole for AM class. We'll see how that goes. Just trying to really, you just try to be consistent, try to not make any mistakes, and yeah.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Hello, everyone. Turn one's going to be kind of crazy. It was when I did practice, kind of like get a feel for what it's going to be like in a race against the AI. It was pretty crazy. They do quite a bit of stuff into the turn. So yeah, yeah, that's it. So you have, again, pros should be in cars that are mostly red. The main color should be red, and the AMs or the bronze class should be mostly white, like my car. Its primary color is white, and then it's got 2 trim colors, so you'll see some variations on that. So but as we go, I'm currently third, and we only had one race, so I'm third in the points right now, and the 2 guys that are ahead, number 57, number 81, I think 81 is first, 57 is second, and yeah, so and then 61 Bender is behind me in fourth. So we only have 7 AMs out on track tonight, with some join in. So we're getting ready to go to qualifying again. The qualifying format, it's only 10 minutes, and you will have, like George here. George is, I think George is in one of the older cars, or maybe he's not anymore. He might have gotten the new car. Looks like the new car now. Anyway, 10-minute qualifying. Pros go out first, and it's an out lap, 1 flying lap, and then they have to come into the pits. If you invalidate your flying lap, you're done. So yeah. So, and then so AMs will take off out of the pits. They can queue up at 6-minute mark, but they can't leave until the 5-minute mark. And out lap, you want to try to build a gap between you and the car ahead of you, and no passing in the 3rd sector. and then again, you got one chance to put a lap in, and it's all about being consistent. All about, there's no banker. If you invalidate, you just gotta come back into the pits. That's it, done. So, yeah, we'll see. Hope everybody had a good weekend. It was a busy weekend. I did mostly leaf blowing out of my yard yesterday with the backpack leaf blower, and yeah. So as we see, we did some consistent laps in practice. We had a couple of invalidating laps, a couple of track limits invalidated laps, but for the most part, we couldn't break the 49s. I definitely know I need to be in the 49s. I am, looks like six tenths away from half a second away from pole position for AM. So I definitely need to put in mid 49s, which is my faster laps here. So definitely just need to be in the 49s, no matter what. So number 3, he is pretty quick. We have some really quick guys up in the pros, and so yeah, I'll just squirrel. He's squeezed himself between us, but yeah, we're gonna see max wait time. So then when we get into practice, then we'll dump a bunch of fuel. Probably don't want this. These cars don't use a lot of fuel. Looking at like just about close to 1.7 liters per lap. It's 60 minutes. Just about 30 laps probably. You have a mandatory pit for fuel, which is going to get. Here we go. So
Green light, go, go, go.
Go in and change our setup. Current setup. And tire set. Well, it's got us on set 3. It doesn't matter. Set 1. We didn't get a lot of use wear, so we may not change tires. So yeah, we'll sit here and wait our time. Again, like I say, that just gotta be consistent. Get the yawns. So the spa race was okay. We have the next round after this is Zandvoort, and that's in Belgium, I believe, or Netherlands. And it's a difficult track. It's a very tricky track. And that's a 75-minute race, and it is double points, I believe. And you have Barcelona after that, which is a track everybody knows, and then Indianapolis. And those are both 60-minute races. So, yeah. Yeah. And that's it. And we've been anticipating that 74 is off. So, yeah. And welcome, viewers. As we see, our grid spot is number 5. So, as they start putting in valid laps, we'll start falling down in order. But pit box 5 is good because as you enter the pits, getting into the pits is pretty straightforward, and it's but being able to make adjustments to what you need to do when you coming into the pits gives you a lot more time. So if you were a little close to the entrance of pits, you got almost no time to fix stuff if there's anything, decisions to make. So You have been having a good day, Mikey? The audio is all good. But yeah, wait for PMR to come out on Tuesday. So, if it's I feel it's going to be a lot like ACC in a way. I think the graphics and whatnot. It's going to be hard for any game to be the graphics that Gran Turismo is. Gran Turismo's graphics are really, really good, but the driving is not nearly as enjoyable. So, all right, so we got a couple people qualifying ahead of us. So, getting ready to go out for our out lap.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curves.
But we invalidated the lap, so pretty much screwed. So. Yeah, so without a lap, it's going to be a tough road to hoe. Oh, of PMR, yeah, I'll definitely do a first impression. I'll do a stream the whole thing, so yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we screwed up and we didn't get a lap in. So we're going to have, it's going to be a tough drive. We just made this race very difficult. There's one person using the old car. So yes, this is really not so 47 flat. So that's 49.3. I've got pole position. Dang. So yeah, I could have. Evening. Don't recognize the chat, but welcome, Nate. There's the handle. So anyway, let's see how it goes. It's going to be really, really not cool. Yeah, we got. So we're going to be picking ourselves through. Again, really all we care about is being ahead of as many of those red plates, those red number panels, as possible. That's all we care about. We don't fight with any pros. We don't hold any pros up. But we pass as many of them as possible. Some of them, we have pace on some of these pros. So yeah. Oh, hey, no. So let's see. It's gonna go to setup. Put back the fuel that we took out. The tires are fine. That's good. So, yeah, this is gonna be tricky. It's gonna be very difficult. So yeah, we have one mandatory. Good luck, you too. Same to you, Neil. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be an interesting race. So we're going no gloves. We just wrapped our steering wheel with Coban. So let's see how it goes for an hour. Turn off our mic, and I guess I don't think we'll be huffing and puffing in the mic for everybody's enjoyment. So, yeah. So, table, service qualifying, yeah. Yeah, so we're down here, so we should have been like in here somewhere. We should have been. Yeah, we definitely should have been in there. but whatever. That's what it is. Yeah, that's better. Well done. Yeah, so there's a couple people here that we kind of know from the IRL days. There's quite a few guys over here. But yeah, this start's going to be really interesting. It narrows in, and it's an increasing radius, so it tightens in on itself. If you look at the track map, it comes in on itself pretty tight. So you need to, and we're on the outside. Again, just pretty much avoid as much carnage as possible at the start, and just start picking people off and work our way to the front and hope our pace. Yeah, lap one's going to be really. It's like single file through a lot of these turns. It's a wide track, but you get off line, and you're just going to keep going offline. It's a very interesting track. I do like it. I don't usually use this track. I don't really won't say I in the past disliked this track. It's got some funky turns, but it's a good track now. Trying to figure out with this car. It's been fun. So
30 seconds.
So we'll have a full. Yeah. This is yeah, it is. Yeah, last week was not a good week. Bye, Neil. Yeah, so last week's in the past. So we got a full lap, parade lap. So try to get some warmth in the tires. We'll try to
Going single file.
All right.
Low tire pressure. Stay away from curbs. Going double file. behind. Even though you go. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
pushing just a little too much. Pushing just a little too much. We got a lot of repairs. It's going to be 30 minutes. It's going to 35 seconds of damage, but we got to repair it. So I pretty much, this might be my throwaway round. If I couldn't have, for that last turn, if I wouldn't have spun out, I would have probably had a chance. But pushing to catch that position just buried me. So. All right, let's get going again.
Mandatory stop and start clear. Come on, let's go. Low tire pressure, stay clear of the curves. Faster car coming behind you. Faster cars approaching. Watch out. Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
that went to nowhere. Just get a cat. Yeah, so trying to push to catch the other AM leaders, and I just crashed out multiple times, so yeah. Hey Luke, yeah, so that was very unfortunate. So crashing. So anyway, all right, guys, thanks for watching. It was a rough race. Definitely not getting a good qualifying. I don't know if it hurt us or not. We were up where we were supposed to be, and then we just started pushing. And then I think they're on lap 1 or 2 or whatever it was. We just pushed a little too much, trying to accelerate too quickly, and spun out there at the final turn. And that just sent us careening down. The damage wasn't that bad, but then the second crash, that was just really unfortunate. Because we were really making inroads forward to get ourselves essentially where we finished anyway. I think we had pace that could have won this race. It's just, you know, it's unfortunate. So I think we lost points to McMillan. I think we didn't lose too many points, but we were way far back off the leader. So it looks like they got lapped and we got lapped. So yeah, unfortunate. Anyway, well, again, I guess we'll see you guys next Sunday for round 3 at Zandvoort, which is a 75-minute race. Again, double points. And this will probably be my drop round, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, again guys, thanks everybody for watching, and have a good night.